Good afternoon, class. My name is Ebony Copeland, and I am the Human Resource Liaison for the East Orange School District. So, over the past several months, multiple complaints have been brought towards my attention about an employee with abusive behavior towards others. The abusive employee is a male and is targeting younger male staff members with physical challenges in front of students and specifically in front of female staff members. The abuse is physical with aggression, basically intended to be intimidating, which is definitely not appropriate for our school district. It is my duty to correct this action immediately. So, the immediate supervisor has not properly addressed the issue, which is clearly not okay. And there have been multiple reports of abuse filed with the supervisor, strongly suggesting that the supervisor is also intimidated by the employee himself. The complicate matters further. The abusive employee's father is a member of the board of education and is proven to be challenging in the past years as well. So addressing the situation involves both managing the employee's behavior and the supervisor's failure to act on the situation despite the matters at hand. I have to also consider the potential complications arising from the employee's family connection with the Board of Education. There is a structural approach in handling situations of this matter. So, first and foremost, immediate action and investigation must take place. I have to gather a view of all formal complaints and documentation that has been related to this matter. I have to ensure that all reports include specific details such as the dates, time, witnesses, and descriptions of the incidents in full. I have to also make sure that I conduct a thorough investigation. As the HR liaison, I have to initiate impartial investigation. This should involve interviews with affected employees and accused employees. So I have to also, while doing all this, make sure I remain confidentiality while conducting these reports. I have to address the employee's behavior. But while doing so, I have to make sure that I'm making sure that the employee is not breaching the policies that we have in hand at the East Orange School District. So I'm going to clearly communicate the school's district policies and work expectations. And I'm going to emphasize that the abusive behavior is unacceptable and is outlined in the policies and procedures. Disciplinary actions. The board on the findings of the investigation, I have to implement appropriate disciplinary actions, not being biased and making sure that I can see the standpoint of both parties. All right, as far as the supervisor's accountability, I have to evaluate the supervisor's role, investigate why the supervisor failed to address the reported issues, determine if it was due to fear, lack of training, or any other reasonings. I have to also make sure that I give training and support, because if it is due to lack of training, I have to make sure that training was provided or even offered. Leadership development. Encourage the development of leadership skills among supervisors, ensuring they understand their responsibilities to create a safe and respectful environment. The policies and procedures at the East Orange School District is workforce harassment and abuse policy is the number one. The policy outlines what harassment really entails, what it looked like to be abused, including physical, intimidating acts, verbal, discriminating behavior. You have to report, you have to report if something is found immediately. immediately, despite your relation with that person. You have to investigate employees' conduct and disciplinary policy. The expectations sets clear standards for employees' behavior, emphasizes the professionalism and ethic of the conduct. Disciplinary procedures outlines the process for addressing violations, including investigations, hearings, and appeals. Supervisor responsibilities policy. Duties of the supervisor clarifies the role of the supervisor in maintaining a safe and healthy environment in the workplace, including their responsibility to address complaints and manage conflicts effectively. The failure to act addresses the consequences for supervisors who fail to uphold the responsibilities of acting immediately. Managing board relationships. That is also very important because, as mentioned, this employee has relationships with the board. So we want to enforce addressing conflicts of interest, acknowledge the potential conflict of interest due to the employee's family's relationship with the board member, ensure that all relationships does not influence the handling in this case. It may be necessary to not involve external parties. And then it is my duty to make sure I follow up and monitor throughout this entire process. This means that I made sure that we provided the support needed, the training needed, and that all parties in this matter feel supported and that their needs are addressed. So as the HR manager, these are my duties that I must uphold. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, my name is Ebony, and I am the HR specialist. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.